everyone. Today we're going to be looking into a few things. Now, recently I made a video of the protests in Canada over the gender ideology, but let's look at this. Texas has declared a state of emergency as 4,000 are streaming across the border. Do you see where this is going? From out of the ashes, Phoenix will rise. These global elitists want a civil war. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but if another country invades another country, right, and they overtake the government, it's legal. And it's law-abiding. So now we have Texas declaring a state of emergency, as well as Boston, Massachusetts, with 20,000 extra people. It makes me wonder how many others will follow suit, because since July, 472,000 Venezuelans alone arrived in the U.S. Now, with all of this happening, this will cause greater inflation, and it will cause prices to further go up on everything. And if that's not enough to get what they want, this sure is. Government shutdowns one way, but this is another. Given the climate lockdowns we all know is coming with man-made disasters via energy weapons and HARP. So far, $5.3 billion has been spent on direct energy weapons in 2022. Is the new age of climatic warfare here? Is this their weapons of mass destruction?
The climate bomb is a new weapon of mass destruction that is being secretly developed, which involves the HARP system of magnetic bombardment to obtain unimaginable effects on a planetary scale, triggering floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, droughts, and cataclysms. Unfortunately, this scenario is no longer science fiction. Rather, it forms part of climate-based geoengineering, which uses chemtrails and HARP. Although many claim these are conspiracy theories, the facts demonstrate that we are dealing with a shocking degree of disinformation and manipulation. The debate surrounding global climate change rarely acknowledges the existence of the climate-altering techniques detailed in the Environmental Modification Convention, ENMOD. Nonetheless, global climate can now be modified, as part of a generation of sophisticated electromagnetic weapons. Both the USA and Russia have developed the ability to manipulate the weather for military purposes. Indeed, the US Army has honed its skills, enabling them to selectively alter climate patterns, and this technology has been perfected using the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. It is a side project linked to a strategic defense initiative from a military standpoint. HARP is a weapon of mass destruction that operates in outer space, and it is capable of destabilizing the entire world's agricultural and ecological systems. Climate warfare is the latest weapon of mass destruction, and it has the potential to destabilize the ecosystems of enemy countries, destroying their agriculture or disabling their communication networks. In other words, HARP's climate-altering techniques can completely undermine a national economy and force millions of people into poverty. It can kill a nation without deploying troops or battle tanks. HARP is linked to 50 years' worth of intensive, destructive programs focused on learning about and controlling the upper atmosphere. It is an integral part of a long history of space-based research and deliberate military development. The ability to combine missiles, space labs, and HARP, discharging massive amounts of energy, is comparable to a nuclear bomb launched anywhere on Earth, using lasers and particles.
Now, in order to combat climate change, wouldn't we have to plant trees? But look at this. Planting trees is complete nonsense, Bill Gates says. Say, didn't Satan say that to Eve? Did God tell you that you would die? That's nonsense. I guess Bill Gates thinks he knows better than God. And if none of that works, well, it's either the fake alien invasion or grid down or both.
This is the question posed in Dennis Quaid's new documentary called Grid Down, Power Up. And spoiler alert, things would not go that well. Take a look.
Virtually every study you'll see has an anarchistic component that leads to rioting. It is almost inevitable.
Imagine what will happen if there is no food, no power, and no money, and no transportation. Only people with guns and the boldness to go and take what they need to survive will live.
It could literally end civilization as we know it.
Cyber attack, an EMP, even a massive solar flare. They're all capable of exposing our power grid as America's Achilles heel.
Here is the thing. Whether they know it or not, there is someone standing in their way. And his name is Jesus. And he's unmovable. But they'll find that out. Our King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called. You were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.